Hi, it's Ian here. You know, it's not so long ago that if someone was looking for someone to help them, they'd put out a request for recommendations to their personal contacts, their friends, their colleagues in the face-to-face world. These days, that request for recommendations is much more likely to go out via social media, not Twitter or their personal Facebook profile, but usually in groups on LinkedIn or Facebook or private forums where they're connected with other people who they believe are likely to be able to make a good recommendation. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you were the person who got regularly recommended in those groups on LinkedIn, on Facebook or forums? In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 strategies to make sure that you're the person who gets regularly recommended on social media. I'll see you after this break. Hi, it's Ian, welcome back. So how do you get regularly recommended on Facebook or LinkedIn groups or forums where your clients are asking for recommendations? Well, the first thing is you have to be a member of those groups where your clients are hanging out and asking for recommendations. Sounds obvious, but very many professionals are primarily members of groups of their peers and colleagues where they chat about kind of their work and what's going on and latest innovations in their field. What you need to be as well is a member of the groups where your clients hang out. Now, not just so that you can answer their requests for recommendations and recommend yourself, because that typically doesn't work, but so that you can get to know and get in contact with other people in the group who could make those recommendations. So first step, be a member of the groups where your clients hang out so that people know you and can recommend you. Second thing is you have to make your expertise and your capability visible to those members of the group. Now, if some of the members of the group were your clients before and you know them quite well, for example, that's great. They can recommend you based on their experiences. But chances are most of the members in a group online won't know you. They'll be scattered around the world or just people you haven't met because it's a virtual group. They won't know how good you are. So you have to make your expertise visible so they'll feel confident enough to recommend you to others. A couple of ways you can do this. Firstly, you can be really generous in terms of answering questions. So if on the group anyone ever asks a question about a topic, don't just give a short, curt reply or say, I know about this, give me a call, because it just sounds like you're selling to them. On the group itself, give a very detailed, in-depth, generous reply. What you really want is for the person who asked the question to be completely kind of blown away and have their expectations exceeded in terms of the quality and the depth of the answer. Now, not only will that really impress them, but of course everyone else on the group will see that and they'll be really impressed with how much you know and how willing you are to share that information. That's one of the beauties of social media, is that not only are you answering the question of the person who asked it, but everybody else gets to see it. So your kind of expertise is shown much wider. Another way you can do it is by sharing blog posts and videos, etc. Now, you've got to stick with the group etiquette. Some groups on LinkedIn and Facebook don't allow you to post links up to your own website and stuff like that. So if those are the rules, don't break them. But if they do, then pick your very best, highest quality videos, blog posts, etc. and share those with the other members of the group to demonstrate your capabilities. Now, the third method is probably the best method, and that's to give critiques or live help on the group. What I mean by that is you essentially make a proactive offer to help people on the group in a way that's visible to other group members. So to give an example, I'm a member of a few groups and a couple of them I've seen this done really effectively. One of them, for example, some guy who was a website copywriter basically put up a little post on the Facebook group and said, hey, I'm a website copywriter. I've got a little bit of time spare. If anyone wants me to review a page on their website, a landing page or their home page, post up the link here and I'll do a review for it. And they put up a couple of people put up the link and he came back with very thorough, in-depth reviews that demonstrated he really knew what he was talking about. And of course, he was really generous. Now, after having done that a couple of times, within a couple of weeks, I saw other people on the group who hadn't asked for a review of their site, but who'd obviously read that particular post on the group. I saw them recommending him. So other people would come in, hadn't seen the post, and would say, can you recommend a good web copywriter? And they'd name this person and say, you should check him out. He really knows what he's doing. That's based on him having demonstrated his expertise live by doing those critiques. Now, you can't do a critique in any particular field. If you're a leadership coach, for example, you can't offer to do live critiques of someone's leadership, but what you can offer to do is live Q&A. So if people just post their questions up on the group, you can answer those questions. So there's always a way you can think of to demonstrate your expertise in a very interactive and value-added way on that group that's appreciated by the group, and then we'll have people recommending you. Now, the third step is that after someone has recommended you, when the person receives that recommendation, probably they might contact you straight away, but more likely they're going to check out your website. So you need them to be really blown away again by your website. So when they go to your site, most likely to the home page, they probably haven't seen the original piece of content you shared or the critique you did that made that person recommend you. So you need to establish the same level of credibility with that person who asked for the recommendation by what's on your site. So it needs to be really easy for them to find great bits of content. So ideally some more videos or blog posts where you do critiques, for example, that demonstrates that expertise. So if you did one on the group, mirror it and copy it to your blog so that people can find it. Share other blog posts and ideas. Really make sure that on your website it's very clear you are an expert and you're very willing to share that expertise, and make it easy for them to find, not a tiny little link at the bottom of the homepage, but make it very easy for them to get to that content-rich section of your website. And that's really it. Those 3 steps. Make sure you're in the groups where people are asking for recommendations so that those other group members can get to know you. Demonstrate your credibility and build relationships with the other group members by helping them out, by answering questions, sharing great content, and proactively offering to help by doing critiques or Q&A, etc. on the group. And then thirdly, make sure there's a brilliant website experience where the person who you've been recommended to first checks you out. And again, it reestablishes your expertise and your credibility. Quick 4th bonus strategy, make sure you have a great follow-up strategy in place as well. So probably when the people ask for the recommendation, they were looking to hire someone, but you never know. Other things often get in the way. The timetable slows down. So they may have checked out your website, but then, they may not be ready to go ahead straight away. You want some way of keeping in touch. Ideally, get them to sign up for regular emails from you where you continue to build credibility, send them great material so that when later on they do decide it's now time to go ahead, you're top of mind. You're the first person they think of. That's bonus strategy number 4. Put all those 4 strategies in place and you will be someone who is recommended regularly on social media and who wins work from it. See you on the next tip.